According to scientists, Kepler 452b is probably the most Earth-like planet, but it is about 1400 light years away, rendering it useless for a few centuries at least. However, if you're just pissed with all the new COVID variants coming up every few weeks, you could hop on the fastest man-made spacecraft and reach 452b in about 26 million light years. Unrealistic, right? So let's focus on something much closer to home, and no, it's not Mars, even though Matt Damon is probably waiting for us to join him there. The more distant practical place, which would take about 110 days to reach, and where we could survive, is the second planet from the Sun, Venus. Now, there is a constraint here. If you were to try to step on Venus, you would not have to worry about not being able to breathe, as you would melt instantly with surface temperatures of about 475 degrees centigrades. To top it all off, Venusian clouds are made of sulfuric acid, which apart from being corrosive, smells of rotten eggs. Not something I would enjoy waking up to. Now here is the silver lining. If you were to travel about 55 kilometers above the surface, the story completely changes. We would obviously still have to be dependent on oxygen reserves for breathing, but the temperature would go down to about 30 degrees centigrades, a mildly warm sunny day on Earth. The gravity, atmospheric pressure, and radiation would all be similar to Earth. This point in space is probably the only other place beside Earth where we could venture out in scuba gear and live to come back. Venus, or rather 55 kilometers above Venus, also outshines Earth in a few parameters. Firstly, because of its carbon dioxide rich atmosphere, vegetation would flourish. And also because of abundant solar energy, solar panels would be way more efficient. Here's the big question though. How exactly would we float in the Venusian atmosphere? Floating 55 kilometers in the air isn't entirely too difficult. Off the bat, airships like these could work. A floating station like the ISS could also work. Apart from this, NASA has been working on creating floating bases for Venus, which are again fancy airships. One small quirk about all this is, a day-night cycle on Venus takes about 4 Earth months. That means about 60 days of continuous sunny days and then 60 days of complete darkness. Now this shouldn't probably be a deal breaker considering there are multiple habitable places on Earth close to the Arctic Circle which get 24/7 sunrise for close to 70 straight days. Having said all this, we aren't obviously going anywhere anytime soon, and hence should think about sustainably preserving this perfect planet instead of thinking about moving to planets with hellish conditions. There is one more thing you could also do. If videos like these answering the less asked questions interest you, you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to always know when we release our next video. Thank you.